Hi, how is everyone doing? Good. Okay, Hasing and Kripa are showing me a thumbs up. Very well, guys. So let's just wait for 2 minutes, guys, okay? Yogya is here, Navya is here. Hi, guys. How are you doing? Good. Are you guys preparing for your exams well? Okay, Het is here, Arnav is here, Dhatri, hi. Hi, Krish. Madhuri is here, Mehtab is here, Kairav is here, Om is here, Prisha is here, Priyadarshini is here. Hello, everyone. So welcome, guys. Sit back and relax. Have a sip of water. We are about to begin. Okay, so meanwhile, everyone else is joining. We are going to wait for 2 minutes. And for those 2 minutes, how about we see a wonderful video? You guys want to see a video, especially an animated video? Give me a thumbs up if you want to see a video. Okay. Yogya is giving me a thumbs up. You guys can use the reactions. We will be using these Zoom reactions more often, okay? In the Zoom, you have, yes, you got it, Yogya. Yogya is giving me a thumbs up. You can give me all sorts of reactions from Zoom. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. First of all, I think I did not even welcome you. Let me welcome you. So welcome everyone. Welcome to first ever math revision marathon. Okay, we are going to begin in just 2 minutes because I can see a lot of people are joining. So meanwhile, everyone is joining. I'm going to play a video for you guys. Okay, make sure that your speakers are working and your volume is up. I'm going to begin the video now. It's not over yet. it's over. Did you guys enjoy the video? Who enjoyed the video? Give me a thumbs up. Yes, did you enjoy it? I loved it. Okay, children, now I have a request from all of you. Quickly go and call your parents. Run and go call your parents as if you're running a marathon. Yes, go and call your parents. I hope everyone is calling the parents. I'm just going to wait for 1 minute. Quickly call your parents. Okay. I see parents have started coming in. Hi, parents. Very well. So I'm going to wait for 30 seconds. Go call your parents. Run as if you're running a marathon. Okay, I think parents have joined in now. So welcome parents, welcome children to the first ever math revision marathon, where you are not supposed to memorize but revise. All right, let's see what this revision marathon is all about. Okay, let's begin. First of all, this is a small disclaimer, guys, that this session will be recorded for quality and marketing purposes, and we will be sharing some beautiful snapshots on our various social media platforms. So you guys want to put your smiling faces on, don't you? Yes, very good. So let's move ahead. Before we move ahead, here is a small introduction about myself, guys. My name is Brinda, and I like doing math, and I will be your host for today. Okay. Now, something about me, I like to travel and I like to explore new places. I like to know history about those places. And sometimes if I get time, I like to cook as well. Now, who doesn't like to travel? Everyone likes to travel. Okay. Now, why have we even gathered here today? What is the purpose of Revision Marathon, guys? I share an experience of mine with you. When I was in school, when my exam used to approach, I used to feel so anxious and nervous. I used to wish that, oh my God, I wish someone could sit with me and revise my entire curriculum with me. I used to wish that a lot. So this is why we are here. I know that your exams are approaching. So we are going to revise your entire math curriculum in just 5 weeks so that whatever efforts you have put in already, they will be more fruitful. So this is a wonderful revision opportunity, everyone. Okay. Now, before we see what is revision marathon, who are we exactly? So we, 98th Percentile, are an online e-learning company. Right now, we are offering programs in math, English, and coding. The grades are written on your screen. And very soon, we are going to launch a brand new program of public speaking. It's coming soon, guys, so stay tuned. Now we offer live classrooms, and the size of our classroom is very less, just 4 students, guys. Maximum of 4 students are allowed in every batch, so that each one of you get personalized attention. And our motto is acceleration and skill gap fixing. Now I'll talk about these 2 points in detail in the upcoming slide. Okay, I'll talk about all the benefits that you can avail and our current students, present students avail as part of 98th percentile. Personalized learning, as I just mentioned. You guys will be assessed monthly as well as weekly. You will be given monthly and weekly tests, and the progress and your performance will be shared with the parents. Our curriculum is an accelerated curriculum. Okay, you guys will feel that you're always ahead of your school's curriculum. Then I talked about skill gap fixing. Now, how do we even achieve the skill gap fixing? For that, we use award-winning platform. Now, the platform that we're using not only gives us the progress of a child in the current grade, but it also tells us the progress of the child from the previous grade. Now, as humans, when we are promoted to a grade, we think that we have mastered all the concepts of the previous grade, but that not might be always the case. Sometimes there are some skill gaps which are remaining from the previous grades as well. So the platform that we're using helps us to see that if you have any previous skill gaps. And all of this, you will find that this is 8 times value of your money. Isn't that amazing? Now, I have been talking a lot about ourselves. How about you hear it from our customers? Let's see what our customers have to say about us. Here are some wonderful reviews that our parents have posted on Facebook as well as Google. So parents, take a minute and go through the reviews. Also, you can go to our Facebook page and Google page, the link of which will be shared in the chat section. You can go ahead, go to the Facebook group and Google page and read all the lovely lovely reviews about us. Okay, parents, you can take a look quickly. Okay, very well. Now, everyone, I have a story to share. There is a student with us whose name is Gokul. Here is Gokul, everyone. Now, the story that I want to share is Gokul joined 98th percentile 2 years back in our Algebra 2 class. Okay. Now, not only he's making a wonderful progress with us, but he's also making excellent progress in his school. I have his school grades to show you, but before that, let's see what his parents have to say. This is all what his parents have to say. Shout out to Miss Himani, who's his teacher. We're very proud of Miss Himani for her dedicated efforts. Now, guys, see his school grades. He got a whooping 90.84% in his Algebra 2 honors. Isn't that amazing? Okay, we are very proud of Gokul. Now let's talk about what is revision marathon, everyone. So as I said, the purpose of revision marathon is to revise all the domains of grade 6. I will be taking grade 6 for you, okay? Now the domains are divided according to common core state standards. So there are 5 domains in grade 6 and we will cover all those 5 domains in 5 weeks. The first domain we will cover today and the second domain next Sunday and so on for 5 weeks. How will the session happen? I will play a Kahoot. We will be utilizing Zoom and Kahoot. You guys will try to answer the question because I know that you have studied and you are preparing for your exam so that you can analyze how is your performance, how is your preparation, and then I will be explaining the question as well as I will be teaching the concept behind it. So the sessions, 5 sessions will include 5 weeks of intense practice. And after 5 weeks, you guys will be ready for your upcoming exams. Okay, so no more fear, no more anxiety, and no more nervousness. Now, here are a few guidelines, everyone. Now, since this session will be happening on Kahoot, so there will be definitely a winner, okay? But there will be no awards for the winner because this is not a contest, this is a practice session. So, and we have selected the concepts and questions which need maximum revision. Okay, so just in case if in your exams you get a question or a topic that we haven't covered, so do not panic, guys. Okay, now since this is a large gathering, it would be difficult for me to address all of your doubts, but if in case you have any doubt, you guys feel free to leverage the chat section, Zoom's chat section. Okay, and a person from our support team will be answering your question. And students who are enrolled with us can always seek help from their teachers of 98th percentile. And those of you who are not enrolled can always try our classes for free. Okay. Now there is one request, parents and children, then please avoid using any distracting visuals. Okay, and if we find out that anyone is having some distracting background or visual, then we will have the right to remove that person. So you don't want to be removed from the meeting, right? Yes. Okay, and you all will be on mute. Okay, feel free to use the chat section, guys, in case of any query. Very well, now let's move ahead. Now, these are all the topics, these are all the domains that we will be covering for the entire marathon. Today, we will be covering ratio and proportion. First week is for ratio and proportion. Next Sunday, we will do number system. And the next Sunday, expressions and equations. The next Sunday, geometry. And the next Sunday, statistics and probability. Very well, let's move ahead. Now, these are all the benefits that you guys are going to avail as part of the revision marathon. The classes will help you do well in the exams. You will be able to analyze your preparation. How is your preparation for your exams? And if the preparation is not well, then I'm here to help you out so that you will be well prepared for your exams. And that's not it. After the session, you guys will receive a practice worksheet. Okay, that will be your part of homework. After the session, you will have to solve the question on the worksheet. And what is the best part, guys? There is no participation fees. Isn't that amazing? Yes. Okay. This is how the session will go on. I will be giving you a list of skills that we will be doing. Then we will do question based on all the skills. You guys will answer the question, and then I will teach how to do that question. Also, I will explain the concept. And after the session, you guys will be receiving a practice worksheet on your parents' email address for your homework. Okay, so week 1 begins. Week 1 is all about ratio and proportion. These are all the skills that we will be learning today, guys. Writing ratio in different forms, different types of ratios. Then unit rate. Unit rate is one challenging topic that I have seen students struggle in. Different types of question and unit rates. Then percentages. Percentages is also part of ratio and proportion. Now, percentages itself is a very scary topic. So we will be doing all different types of scenarios that can occur in percentages. Okay. So parents, I thank you for your time, for your patience and patiently listening to me. There is just one final request before you leave. Please help your children in setting up the devices. Here are the instructions. So this will be a Kahoot session. So you guys must be aware, but it's my responsibility to again reiterate the iterations that for Kahoot, you guys will be needing 2 devices. How many devices? 2 devices. One is this laptop from which you're attending this meeting. Okay. Now the questions will be flashing on my laptop on this screen. And to answer the questions, you are going to need a second device. That second device can be your smartphone or tablet. Guys, quickly grab your smartphone if you don't have it. Smartphone or tablet, quickly grab it. Open the browser and log into kahoot.it. Parents, I request all of you to kindly help the students in logging in. Okay. So guys, be ready with that. I will share the game pin. Once you enter kahoot.it in the browser, you will be asked to enter a game pin. I'm going to share game pin in a moment. Okay, I hope you guys have entered in kahoot.it. Let the show begin. Are you guys excited? Show me a thumbs up. Show me a thumbs up, guys. Send a thumbs up. Yes, Abhinav has sent a thumbs up. Dhatri, Gurgyan has sent a thumbs up. Hasini. Okay. Who else? Aryan is laughing, okay. Very good. Mehtab has sent me a thumbs up. Okay, very well, very well. I think you guys are all ready. Okay. So I'm going to share a game pin anytime now. Be prepared, guys. Have a sip of water, everyone. We are about to start. Is my screen visible to everyone? The Kahoot screen? Yes? Okay. So you're about to see the game pin now. It's loading, loading, loading. And this is your game pin, everyone. 52981199. You need to enter this game pin. Oh, okay. Heath has joined. Vizuri has joined. Kazan has joined. Very good. Okay, you guys are quick. Parish has used some emojis. Shridha, Monik, Krupa, Ajhar, Nidnab. Okay. Come on, guys. Yes, I'm gonna wait for 30 seconds. Dance, Nilom. I'm gonna wait for at least 32 participants. Actually, it should be 34. Come on, guys. 5 of you, 4 of you are left. 3 of you are left. Gaurav has joined. Nick. Okay. Madla has joined. Navya has joined. Okay. There are 36 participants. I need 2 more. Nanak, Sridhar, Nidna, Varish. Okay. I think most of you have joined now. Guys, I hope you have a pen and paper with you handy. So we're about to begin with our first problem. Okay, here we go. Grade 6, domain 1, ratios and proportions. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, here we go. This question is based on the skill write a ratio to compare 2 quantities. What is the ratio of blue stars to the number of red stars? Okay, you guys are really quick. 24 answers already. Okay. Okay, 32 answers. Okay, I think we're good to go. Still have 27 seconds. Okay, seems like all of you have answered. 30 of you got the correct answer. And 4 of you could not get a correct answer. So let's check this out quick. Let's check out this question. Now, guys, this question is based on the skill write a ratio to compare 2 quantities. Let's see what we have over here. Okay, so we have to find out what is the ratio of blue stars to the number of red stars. Just give me a moment, guys. Here I have my pen with me. Okay. So guys, first of all, you need to understand that a ratio is a way to compare 2 quantities. Okay. Here, what are we comparing? We are comparing blue stars to the number of red stars. Now, there are 2 ways to do this question. One is a fast way and one is a slow way. So see, what you can do, you can first count all the blue stars. So 4 blue stars are here, 4 are here, 4 are here, 4 are here. So total blue stars here are 16. 4 times 4 is 16 blue stars. And then how many red stars do we have? 3 plus 3, 6 plus 3, 9 plus 3, 12. So how do we write the ratio? 16 is to 12. But if you see, this is not in the options. 16 is to 12 is not in the options. So now what you do, you simplify this ratio. You can divide both these terms by what? By 4. Then you will get 4:3. This is actually the longer way. What is the faster way? If you observe, there are same number of stars in all of these circles. Okay, so first you're counting the blue stars, that is 4. Then you're counting the red stars, that is 3. So you get the ratio 4:3. Okay, and since the number of stars is same in all these circles, so then you'll do times 4. So you'll get 16:12. And then you're dividing the terms by 4. So again, you'll get 4:3. So if number of stars are same in all the images, you don't even need to count all the stars here. Okay, now let's see who is on the top of the leaderboard now. Okay, Vinmeg is at the top, Kazan, Rupriya, Navya, and Teja. Very good, guys. You guys can still catch up. Okay, let's move ahead. Let's see what we have next. Question number 2, it's multi-select, guys. It's based on the skill, write different forms of ratios to express the relationship between two quantities. Be very careful. This is a multi-select question. There can be more than one correct here. Answers we have. One person is left, I think. Okay. Yes. So here, if you see, 3 options are correct. Now, this is based on the skill that how you can express ratio. In the previous question, you saw that we wrote the ratio like this, 4:3. Okay. But there are more than one ways to express a ratio. And this question is based on that. Okay, let's check the question first. So the question says, at a clinic, there are 3 doctors and 11 patients. Which of the following show the ratio of the number of doctors to the number of patients? Okay, so we have 3 doctors and 11 patients. So the ratio of doctors to patients is 3:11. This is just one of the ways. 3:11 is just one of the ways. What are some other ways? 3/11, which is option number 11. And then 3:11, which is option blue. So to write a ratio, there are 3 ways actually. And I can see 33 of you selected. 31 of you selected blue, green, and yellow. Okay. So these are the 3 ways: 3:11, 3:11, and 3/11. So this is how the test making people will trick you. They will give you all the options and they will ask you to select all the correct options. So be very careful, guys. Okay, let's see what is the leaderboard. Is there any change? Nilkri is at the top now. Very good. Okay, Navya is at the 2nd place. And Tejme is the highest climber. He has climbed up to 15 places. Very good. Congratulations, Tejme. Now, before we move ahead, I have a question. We just saw that we can write a ratio in the form of a fraction, 3/11, right? This is a fraction. So then what is the difference between a ratio and a fraction? Does anyone know what is the difference between a ratio and a fraction? You can raise your hand if you know. Why do we even need ratios? Okay. Varish is raising his hand. Okay, Varish, I'm going to unmute you. So Varish, you can unmute yourself. Okay, I think Varish has lowered down his hand. Anyone knows what is the difference between a ratio and a fraction? Okay, Varish.
Okay,
Yes,
now I can
Varish.
unmute. I think the difference between a ratio and a fraction is that um, the fraction is a division, like it's saying 3 over 11 or 3 divided by 11, and a ratio would say 3 to 11. So it's maybe a ratio is how much there is from one number to another, while a fraction is how much there is over another number.
Okay, that's a good approach, Varish. Very good. Anyone else would like to try? Harukam is raising his hand. Yes, Harukam.
I think the difference between ratios and fraction is that fractions mostly compare numbers from wholes. Like, say there was one out of two. But ratios, they can be part to part ratios. Like they compare like different parts too. But they could also be like a fraction and compare a whole.
Okay. Yes, so you guys are almost there. Okay. I see a lot of people are raising their hand, but I will give all of you chance to speak in the next questions. So you guys are almost correct. Okay. So the difference between ratios and fraction is, now in fraction, we have a whole quantity. Now, if I talk about this, if I say that this is a fraction, okay, I'm saying that this is a fraction. So this means that 11 is the total number of something. 11 is the whole, okay? And so that means there was something and I divided that something in 11 parts. Okay, I made 11 equal parts of that something. It could be anything, a pizza or something. And I divided that something in 11 equal parts. And out of those 11 parts, I took 3 parts. I took 3 parts. So as Varish said clearly, that here we are dividing. We are dividing something in 11 parts, and out of those 11 parts, I'm taking out 3 parts. But if this 3 over 11, I say that this is a ratio, then ratio simply means comparing things. Okay, so this means that this 3 could be anything. As in a question, we saw that 3 is the number of doctors and 11 is the number of patients. So these are two different things. But in case of fraction, these two things were part of one same pizza. But here, these are two different things. So we are comparing two different things here. And do you guys know that fraction comes from a Latin word? That word is fracto. Fracto means to divide. So yes, fractions are used for division and ratios are used for comparison. Good job, guys. Okay, now let's move ahead. What is the next skill and what is the next question? So the next skill is use ratio language to describe a ratio relationship between two quantities. Question is, if the ratio of the number of cups of flour to the number of cups of sugar is 2 to 3. Be very careful, guys. Here as well, there can be more than one correct. Take your time. 30 seconds to go. This is a challenging one. You guys are taking time. Good. Mm-hmm. 8 seconds to go. I think we're about to be done. And time is up. Okay, so almost everyone has selected the two correct options, the pink one and the blue one here. Okay, now this is based on the skill. Use ratio language to describe a ratio relationship between two quantities. Ratio language. Now it's very important to understand the ratio language as well. That can be given in the question. So you need to make out the meaning. Okay, here what do we have here? cups of flour to the number of cups of sugar for a cookie recipe. So let's say that you are making a cookie, and to make that cookie, you need 2 cups of flour, okay? Do you guys like baking? I like baking. I love baking. Okay. But I usually bake cakes. I've never baked a cookie. I am going to try. I think I will follow this recipe and I'll try to bake a cookie after the session. Now, how many cups of sugar do we have? So the ratio is number of cups of flour to the number of cups to sugar. So you can write flour over sugar is 2/3. So how can you read this statement now, which is given in the first option? There are 2 cups of flour for every 3 cups of sugar. That's one option. You guys are very well with this concept. Now you guys can make equivalent ratios. What if your friends are coming over and now instead of making 1 cookie, you need to make 10 cookies. So if you need to make 10 cookies, you will have to increase the number of cups that you're taking. So what is happening over here? You're multiplying this 2/3 with 2. Both the numerator and denominators you're multiplying with 2. So that's how you're getting 4/6, which is given in this blue option. There are 4 cups of flour for every 6 cups of sugar. Okay, very good. Let's see now what is the change in the leaderboard. Is there any change? Okay, yes, there is some change. Nilom is at the second place. Neelkri is at the top. And Hasini is the highest climber. She has climbed up to 9 places. Good going, guys. Okay. Now let's see the next question. Everyone ready? Let's see the skill. The skill is identify and write part-to-part ratios. Angela used 4 green beads, 3 yellow beads, and 7 purple beads to make a necklace. I already see answers coming up. What is the ratio of the number of yellow beads to the number of purple beads? 28 answers, 29, 30. Okay, you guys are quick. Okay, and time is up. Okay, so 31 gave the correct answer, but somehow 3 people missed it. It's okay. We'll see how to solve this problem. That's why we have gathered here. Don't worry. So let's look at the question first. Angela used 4 green beads. Okay, I think this Angela is making, I think, some garland, and she has to use some different colors beads. So she is using 4 green beads, 3 yellow beads, and 7 purple beads. I think this garland is, oh, she's making a necklace. So this necklace is going to be very beautiful, I think. Now, what is the ratio of the number of yellow beads to the number of purple beads? Now, if first of all, if you see the skill, what is the skill? The skill is identify and write part-to-part ratios. So here, she has total how many beads? She has total of 4 plus 3 plus 7, which is 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 7 is 14. This is the total number of beads. But now we are comparing what? We are comparing yellow beads to the number of purple beads. So yellow beads are part of the total beads. Purple beads are also the part of total beads. So that is why we are comparing part to part here. So yellow are 3 and purple are 7. So the ratio becomes 3:7. As simple as that. So the option blue is correct. Okay. Now, guys, don't worry. There are lots of interesting questions coming up. Let's see the leaderboard. Okay. Neelkri is still at the top. Who has climbed? Combo breaker. Oh my God. 3 players just dropped their answers. Streak of 3. Okay. Let's move ahead, guys. Let's see what is the next skill. Now this is identify and write part to whole ratios. So Jane went shopping and purchased 3 sweaters, 4 pair of jeans and 2 shirts. You have to write the ratio of shirts to the number of total items. Basic answers are ready. Here the answers. 32 and 25 seconds to go, guys. Hurry up. Okay, almost everyone got the correct answer. Let's see the question. So this is based on identifying and writing part to whole ratios. Now here, this person Jane went to shopping and she purchased what? 3 sweaters, 4 pairs of jeans. Let's underline all the numbers. So make it a habit, guys. Whenever you're doing a word problem, underline all the data, all the numbers. So 4 pairs of jeans and 2 shirts. Wow, that's a lot of shopping. I wish I could do this much shopping. What is the ratio of the number of shirts she purchased? So shirts to the total number of items she purchased. Now here shirts are part of what total items she purchased. So that is why this skill is called identifying and writing part to whole ratios. So how many shirts did she buy? She bought how many shirts? 2 shirts. And what is the total number of items? So 3 sweaters plus 4 pairs of jeans plus 2 shirts. 3 plus 4 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. So 9 is the total number of items. And that is why the required ratio is 2:9. Okay. All right. Let's see who is. Varish is again raising his hand. Varish, don't worry. I'm going to give a lot of difficult questions. Let's see who can answer those questions. I'm going to start with easy and we'll keep moving to harder and harder questions. Okay, let's see what happened to the leaderboard. So nobody wants to leave their place. Everyone is rock solid at their position. Okay, now before I move ahead, I have a riddle for you guys. Okay, let's see who can give me answer to this riddle. The riddle is, this is the math riddle, okay? The riddle is that how can you go from 34 to 12, okay, using just one letter. Using just one letter or alphabet, I can say. English alphabet. Does anyone know the answer? Okay, I see a lot of people have raised their hands. Let me see. Aryan has raised his hand. Dhatri. Okay, Dhatri, do you know how can you go from 34 to 12? Yes, Dhatri.
You can multiply 3 times 12.
4A.
3 times 4.
3 times 4. So which letter are you using there?
X.
Okay. So Dhatri, did you know this riddle before or did you just guess it right now?
I just guess it.
Well, that's awesome then. Very good. You can tap your back. Okay. Amazing. So the solution is that if you multiply 3 and 4 and you're using the multiplication symbol, it looks like X, doesn't it? So then you'll get 3 times 4, 12. Okay. Good job, the 3. I think most of you knew the answer. Okay. Good job, guys. Now let's see what is the next skill. Ready, guys? Question number 6, multi-select. Okay. Differentiate between part to part ratio and part to whole ratios. And the question is, basketball team played 20 games in a season. The team won 12 games. Select the statements about the team's wins and losses that are true. Check all that are true. almost we have, I think 33, 32 answers we got. Let's see. This is a good one. I like this problem. So first of all, let's see the question. A basketball team played how many games? 20. 20 games in a season. And the team won 12 games. Okay, so they played 20 games and they won how many games? 12 games. That's a lot. 12 games is a decent amount of number if they're winning 12 out of 20. Select the statements about the team's wins and losses. So first of all, guys, if they are playing 20 games in total, so total is 20 and they are winning 12 games. So how many games are they losing? That will be 20 minus 12, which is 8. Okay, now we have all the data to write the ratio for the number of games that were won and number of games that were lost. Now let's see the options now. Okay, first option says the ratio of the number of wins to the number of losses is 3 to 2. So let's write the ratio of wins to the losses. Wins to losses is right now 12 to 8. But they say it's 3:2. So that means you need to simplify this ratio. How can you simplify it? You can divide both the terms by 4. So 12 divided by 4 will give us 3 and 8 divided by 4 will give us 2. So the ratio of wins to losses is 3:2. Then second option says, blue option says, ratio of number of losses to the number of games is 2:5. So let's write the ratio of loss to total number of games. So loss to total number of games. How many games did they lose? 8 games. So you write 8, then you write a colon. How many games did they play in total? 20 games. So you write 20 over here. Now, but this is not the option. In the option, it says 2:5. So again, you need to simplify this ratio. 8:20, if you simplify it, by which number can you divide these terms? Yes, you can divide them by 4 again. So 8 divided by 4 will give us 2. 20 divided by 4 will give us 5. So that is how we get the blue option. Okay. So 16 of you answered pink, 14 answered blue. Okay, and 17 of you have answered the green one. Green one says that, so 17 is a lot. Let's see what happened in the green option. The ratio of the number of wins to the number of games is 5:3. Okay, wins to total number of games. That means we want to find out W to total number of games. So how many games did they win? That is 12. How many games did they play in total? That is 20. Okay, so you can simplify this. So again, these two terms are divisible by 4. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. 20 divided by 4 is 5. So the ratio is 3:5, guys. But in the option, they have given 5:3. Okay, so that is why that is not correct. So be very careful. They will always do this. See, the people who will make the questions, right now I have made the questions, and in your test in school, whatever exam you're appearing, star math, whatever exam, the people who are setting the questions, they will deliberately give you very close options. Okay, if the correct answer is 3:5, they will give you 5:3, and you will be tempted to select that option. But do not fall into their trap. Okay, have this mindset that the person who has made this question, he wants to trick me, but I'm not going to fall in his trap. Okay, let's see. I am sure now there must be some change in the leaderboard. Yes, there is change. Arnav is at 3rd place, but Neelkri is not willing to give away the 1st place. Okay, awesome. 17 players just dropped their answer streak of 5. This was a tricky one, I know. Let's see, many more to come, guys. This is based on unit rate. Now comes the topic of unit rate. Unit rate compares a quantity in terms of 1 unit of another quantity. I want to place 60 marbles in 4 bags evenly. How many marbles should we place in each bag? Okay. All right. 34. Okay, all of you got the correct answer. That is 15 marbles per bag. Now, this question. Let's first see the question. Ryan wants to place 60 marbles in 4 bags evenly. How many marbles should he place in each bag? Now, this question is based on unit rate. What is a unit rate? Does anyone know what is a unit rate? Raise your hand. Okay. Yes, Yogya, what is a unit rate?
A unit rate would be like how much, what amount of an object you might have if another factor just would be 1.
Okay, the other factor would be 1. Okay. Then who wants to try? Ridhima, yes, Ridhima. What is unit rate? Do you know?
It means like one of something. A unit rate means like one of something, like one of a mile, or these many miles can go in an hour.
Okay, very well. Okay, so you guys know a bit about it. Unit rates do involve 1, but the exact definition of unit rate is, first of all, you need to know that unit rate is nothing but a ratio only. Unit rate is nothing but a ratio. I see people are raising their hands. Don't worry, guys, I'm going to give you a lot of chances. First of all, see, unit rate is a ratio, but it is a very special type of ratio. This is a ratio in which second term is 1. Okay, second term is 1. So if anyone asks you what is a unit rate, you're going to tell them that unit rate is a ratio in which second term is 1. Now here we are going to use this. So some examples of unit rate, very famous example that we use in a daily life: speed. We say 30 miles per hour. Speed we always mention in unit rate. So this means that in every hour we are covering 30 miles. So there are a lot of things in which we use unit rates. Now let's see what is happening in this question. Here Ryan wants to place 60 marbles in 4 bags evenly. So if you write the ratio of marbles to bags is 60/4. Now you need to find out how many marbles should he place in each bag. That means the number of bags is now becoming 1. Okay, so how will you do this now? Now what you want, so there is one way you can simply divide 60 by 4 and you'll get 15. I think that's how you guys did it. There is another way of using unit rates. You can create a second ratio now. You want number of bags as 1, so you'll write 1 here, and you want to find out how many marbles, so you can put a question mark here. So you know that 1 times 4 gives you 4. So what times 4 will give you 60? So 15 times 4 will give you 60, and that is how you get. So this ratio that we have made, this is nothing but your unit rate, because second term here is 1. Isn't this amazing? Okay. Now you should know all the ways to do a problem, the shorter way and the longer way, because in some questions, the shorter way may be useful, and in some problems, the longer way will be useful. Very well. Now let's see the leaderboard. Okay, again, Neil Cree is on top. Arnav Garg has the highest answer streak of 7. Good job, guys. Let's move ahead. I'm having fun. Find a unit rate A over B, that is associated with the ratio of A to B. Read the problem carefully. Cookie recipe calls for 3 cups of sugar for every 5 cups of flour. Again, a cookie recipe. Now here you're going to use your unit rate. I like the music, this very spooky music. Twenty answers, 3 seconds. Okay, I think that this one was a tricky one. 15 of you got it correct. And let's see, 14 got incorrect. So let's look at the question. Here you are going to unit rate. See what is happening over here. A cookie recipe calls for 3 cups of sugar for every 5 cups of flour. So first, forget everything, write the ratio of sugar to flour. How many cups of sugar do we have? 3. How many cups of flour do we have? 5. Now, Jayla will need more cookies for her party than the original recipe makes. So she decides to increase the recipe. She begins by adding 1 extra cup of flour. Okay. Let's write this information first. 1 extra cup of flour. So in front of F, write 1. Then how much extra sugar should she add? So in front of sugar, put a question mark. And you're done. Now you don't need the question. Now you just need to solve it. Let me erase the extra ink. Now you need to find the value of this question mark. Now see, here you want to find out the value of this question mark, that is the how many cups of sugar she will need. So any number, you want to find out this number, right? What is this question mark? Now any number divided by 1 is what? If you divide any number by 1, 11 over 1 will give you 11. If you do 88 over 1, that will give you 88. So any number divided by 1 is a number itself, right? So whatever this question mark is, I don't know what is this question mark. I don't care. This is divided by 1. So this will give me the question mark only. Okay. And the value of question mark then becomes 3 over 5. That's it. The answer is 3 over 5 cups of sugar you will need if you're adding 1 cup of flour. Now here again, if you observe, this is what? This is your unit rate, guys, because second term is 1 here. This is your unit rate. Okay, so good job, everyone. Now let's see the leaderboard. Okay. Now there is some change. Milom is on the top. Okay. Very good, guys. And what is there? Kazant is the highest climber. He has climbed up to 6 places. Okay. I'm going to go on trekking soon. This climbing is making me go on a trekking. You guys are climbing in Kahoot. I don't get a chance to climb on this Kahoot, so I'm going to go to trekking very soon. Okay, let's see what do we have next. Solve real world problems using unit rates. Brad runs 30 miles in 10 hours. Guys, now you have to type your answer. There are no options. To type your answer now. A lot of time. I have given you 90 seconds for this question. This is again the correct answer is 20 and 13 people got the correct answer. Okay, I think then this is a challenging one. Let's discuss this. Okay, so this is again based on unit rate, guys. Listen very carefully. Brad runs 30 miles in 10 hours. I'm going to circle the data, 30 miles in 10 hours. He runs 2 hours each day. First of all, forget everything, write the ratio. Ratio of miles to hours, okay? So you have miles to hours. So that ratio right now is 30/10. So in 10 hours, he is able to run 30 miles. He runs 2 hours each day. Very well. He runs 2 hours each day. Enter the least number of days it would take him to run 120 miles. Now, first of all, to find out that how many miles he can cover in 2 hours, you need to find out how many miles he can cover in 1 hour, guys, in 1 hour. So for that, you need to make unit rate. So guys, if you simplify this ratio over here, you're gonna get 3/1 because 30 divided by 10 is 3. So this is the unit rate, 3/1. This means that in 1 hour, in front of h we have 1, right? m/h. In 1 hour, he is able to run 3 miles. So in 2 hours, how many miles he can run? Let me write 2 over here. So how many miles he can run in 2 hours? So you know that 1 times 2 gives you 2. So same thing you can do over here. 3 times 2 will give you 6. So in 2 hours, he can run 6 miles. Okay. And also, he is running 2 hours every day. So that means that every day, he is running 6 miles. So how many days would it require for him to run 120 miles? So in 1 day, see, this is where it becomes interesting. In 1 day, he is running how many miles? 6 miles. So to cover 120 miles, how many days would be required? You can simply divide 120 in 6 parts. So 120 divided by 6 will give you 20. 20 days is the correct answer. Okay. Very good. Let's see who is at the top of the leaderboard now. Now I'm sure there must be a lot of change. Okay. Anu, I think Anu has come in the picture now. Very good. Now let's see what is the next skill. All right. We have covered half of it, guys. 10 more to go. Find missing values in ratio tables. Again, you have to type the answer. Following table has a constant ratio of cost per carton of eggs. This is an easy one, I know. Type your answers in mobile phone or tablet. Answers already. This is based on the skill find missing values. And most of you have answered, so I'm skipping. So the correct answer is 8. Okay, let's see the question now. Here you want to fill in the missing value in a ratio table. Here you will observe that there is a constant ratio of cost per carton. This is the cost per carton, okay? And this is number of cartons. So now you will observe that these ratios are constant. Let's write these ratios. See, 2 is to 4, 2/4. If you simplify this, you're going to get 1/2. 4:8. If you simplify it, you're going to get 1:2 again. 6:12. Simplify it, you're going to get 1:2. Let's leave this one. Then 10:20. Now, you see that the cost is twice the number of cartons, isn't it? The cost of the carton is twice the number of cartons. So what should be the number of cartons over here? That's correct. 16 divided by 2. And the answer is 8. Now, what are these? Let me erase something and I have a question. I have a question now, guys. Be careful, be attentive. 10:20. Now here you see there are a couple of ratios written over here. 2/4, 4/8, 6/12, and 10/20. These are equivalent ratios, or we say equivalent fractions. Or ratios. Is there any other name for equivalent ratios? Do you know another name for equivalent ratios? If you know, then raise your hand. You can raise your hand. I think someone is typing in the chat. Does anyone know what is the other name for equivalent ratio? I'll give you a hint. This name is actually in the, okay, Ridhima, Dhatri, they are raising their hand. Yes, Dhatri?
My answer is constant ratio.
Constant ratio?
Yeah.
Okay, constant ratio, that's also other name. Does anyone know any other name? Triyaksha is raising her hand. Yes, Triyaksha?
They're basically in proportion.
Very good, exactly. They're basically in proportions, and this is actually other name for equivalent ratios. So when two quantities give you equivalent ratios, then you say that these two quantities are in proportions. Here, number of cartons and cost, they are in proportion. Very good, Triyaksha. Okay, let's see what is the status of leaderboard now. Good job, guys. Okay, everyone is rock solid to their position. No one wants to leave their position. Very well. Okay, it's just halfway there. You have 10 more questions, guys. Ready? Next skill is you use unit rates to find an unknown amount. Tyler runs 6 kilometers every week. How many kilometers can Tyler run in 13 weeks? This is very easy. You can do it without unit rate as well. Answer is 78. Okay, and 29 of you got it correct. So how do we make unit rate here again? This question can actually be done without making a unit rate. So here Tyler is running 6 kilometers every week. So first of all, forget everything and write a ratio. Kilometers over week. How many kilometers do we have here? 6. And every week means what? 1 week. Every week he's running 6 kilometers. So we are going to write 1 over here. Now, what do we want to find out? How many kilometers can Tyler run in 13 weeks? So create another ratio now. In front of week, just put 13. And we want to find out how many kilometers. So in front of kilometers, put a question mark. Now you see 1 times 13 gives us 13. So 6 times 13 will give us the required answer, and which is 78. Okay, good job everyone. Let's see what is the status of the leaderboard now. Okay, there is a change. Anu is at the 4th place now. Nilom and Neeltree is like rock solid. Okay, here we go. Question number 12. Solve unit pricing problems. This can take some time. A florist is selling 12 roses for $15. If the same price per rose holds for any number of roses, how much will it cost to purchase 20 roses? Take your time. Okay, so 23 of you have got the answer correct, and I think a lot of you have not given the answer. Don't worry, this is why I'm here for you. Okay, solve unit pricing problems. What is happening here? A florist is selling 12 roses for $15. Underline the numbers and forget everything, just write the ratio. So what are the two quantities here? You have roses and then you have the cost. Okay, what is the ratio? So there are 12 roses, put 12 in front of R, and cost is 15. Okay, if the same price per rose holds for any number of roses, so it doesn't matter if you purchase any number of roses, cost for one rose will remain same, okay? Then how much will it cost to purchase 20 roses? Okay, now the question is done. I don't need the question anymore. We need to find out the cost of 20 roses now. So in front of roses, put 20. Okay, this is your first ratio and create a second ratio. You want to find out the cost of 20 roses. So in front of R, put 20, and in front of cost, put a question mark, because this is what you want to find out, right? Now, simplify this ratio, guys. If you simplify this ratio, what will you get? Both of these terms are divisible by 3, right? 12 divided by 3 will give you 4. 15 divided by 3 will give you 5. So this is the simplification, and now your job is done. Now let me change the color. 4 times what is 20? 4 times 5 is 20. So do the same thing to the denominator. 5 times 5 will give you what? 25. As simple as that. So cost of 20 roses is $25. Okay. I hope now this problem was clear. Now this problem is clear to everyone. Give me a thumbs up if this problem is clear to everyone. Send me a thumbs up reaction. Very good, very good. Good job. Okay, very good. All of you have sent the thumbs up. So let me erase this and let's move. Let's see who is on the leaderboard now. No change. Okay. All right. Let's see what do we have next. I'm waiting for the percentages questions. Okay. Here we have solved constant speed problems. This is also part of ratios, guys. Michelle rode her bike 30 miles in 2 hours at the same rate. How far can she ride her bike in 5 hours? Okay, 30 answers and 20 seconds to go. Okay, I'm gonna 8 seconds. And time is up. Let's see. Okay, 30 of you got the correct answer. So the correct answer is 75 miles. Okay, now before I discuss this problem, I'm gonna show you some very cool formulas, guys. See, I want you all to make a note of these formulas. These formulas, can you guys see my screen of formulas? These formulas will be used when you want to solve problems of speed, time, and distance. And we are going to use these formulas to solve this question. Speed is found out by dividing distance over time. Take a screenshot, guys, or note down these formulas. And let's see how can we solve the question using this formula. Okay, I hope you have taken the screenshot. Now let's look at the question. Michelle rode her bike 30 miles in 2 hours. Okay, so first you can find out the speed. And the formula to find out the speed is distance covered over time taken. What is the distance here? 30. What is the time? 2 hours. So what is the speed? If you simplify this fraction, you'll get 15 miles per hour. This is the speed. And now we want to find out that at the same rate, how far can she ride her bike in 5 hours? So that means you want to find out what? You want to find out the distance now. And formula to find out the distance is speed multiplied by time. So speed is how much? 15. So in place of S, you write 15. And time is what? 5 hours. So in place of T, you write 5. And 15 times 5 is what? 75. So 75 is the correct answer, guys. Okay. Let's see what is the status of leaderboard. Okay, Neelgri is at the top again. Good job. Kazant is back with an answer streak of 3. Let's see the next problem. This is my favorite one. Mrs. Anderson will order pizza for the school's party. The ratio of the number of students to the number of pizzas ordered is 8:2. How many pizzas should she order for 100 students? Let's discuss this problem quickly. Now, this question is making me hungry, guys, reading pizza. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a lot of things. I'm gonna go on trekking and I'm gonna eat a pizza after the session. Okay, now what is the question here? Mrs. Anderson wants to order pizzas. Now, the ratio of number of students to number of pizzas is 8:2. What is your first step? Write the ratio. Students to pizzas. What is the ratio? 8/2. Now, how many pizzas should she order for 100 students? 100 students. Now, I don't need the question. Now, I want to find out that how many pizzas will she need for 100 students. So, in place of S, write 100. Okay. And we want to find out how many pizzas will she need. So, if you simplify this fraction, guys, 8/2, you're going to get 4/1. So this is what? This is again a unit rate. And 100 over question mark. Now you want to find out the value of this question mark. Now see, 4 times what gives you 100? 4 times 25 gives us 100. So you do the same thing to 1. So 1 times 25 will give you 25. So 25 is the correct answer. Okay, very good. Now let's see. Neem Yog is now at the leaderboard. Very good, guys. Good going. Okay, now comes the topic of percentages, which is also part of ratios and proportion. What is 5% of 120? This is based on the skill finding percent of a given quantity. Okay, what is 5% of 120? Type your answers. Okay, I'm going to skip the timer now. So the correct answer is 6. Let's see how to solve this problem. So here we want to find out what is 5% of 120. Now I'm going to tell you 2 ways you can do this problem. First is just multiply 5 and 120. 5 times 120 is what? 600, because 12 times 5 is 60 and you put the extra 0. And then since this is a percent means per 100, that means every 100. So you divide this by 100. So 600 divided by 100 gives you 6, and that is the correct answer. This is one way. The second way is, if you know some common percentages, you can solve this question in just few seconds. So see, guys, I have made a list of some common percentages. These are some common percentages that you should know. That 5% is 1/20. Take a screenshot of this. I will explain how can you use them in finding the answer. So here you wanted to find out what is 5% of 120. So as you see, 5% is equivalent to 1/20. How do we get this actually? 5% means 5/100. And when you will simplify this, you will get 1/20. Okay, so this is how 5% is equivalent to 1/20. Now, whenever you want to find out 5% of anything, just divide that thing by 20. And you'll get your answer. If you remember that 5% means 1/20, then you want to find out 5% of something, just divide that something by 20, and this will give you your answer. 120 divided by 20 is 6. So guys, take a screenshot or note down these common percentages. These will help you a lot. I'm erasing the ink. Take a screenshot. I think some of you may be knowing these already. Okay, let's move on. Anshpri is now at the leaderboard. Very good, Anshpri. Question number 16. Now, this is a tricky one, guys. This is based on finding what percent a number is of a given quantity. 13 is what percent of 20? Seconds to go. Okay, 18 seconds, guys. 10 seconds. Hurry up. And time is up. Now here you want to find out the percent. In the previous question, percent was given to you. Okay, here you want to find out the percent. So what you will do, you will first create a fraction. So here 13 out of 20. This is how you will create the fraction. Now how you will go from fraction to percentage? Just multiply this by 100. Okay. So when you will simplify this now, so you will get 1300 over 20. 1300 divided by 20 is gonna give you 65%. Okay, you can simplify this right now and you're gonna get 65. So this was easy, right? Let's see how many got the correct answer. 25 of you got it correct. Very good. I love percentages. So when I was a child, I used to hate them, to be honest. I used to be very confused, but the practice is the key to everything. Okay, now the leaderboard has become constant. Now I want some challenging questions to shake up the leaderboard. Find a quantity in which a given number is a percent. 28 is 40% of what number? You have 90 seconds for this. I'm gonna wait for everyone. You have to type your answer. Still have 1 minute. This is a challenging one. I'm gonna wait for 30 answers. Come on, guys, come on. Answers. Okay, I'm gonna wait for at least 30 answers. And I'm gonna skip it. Okay. Now, the correct answer is 70 and 18 of you got it correct. Now see, this is where it becomes tricky. 28 is 40% of what number? Now this is where you're going to use the ratios. Okay. So you want to find out that 28 is 40% of what? So there must be some total things out of which you're taking out 28, right? So 28 you're taking out from something which you want to find out. So you will first create the fraction. 28 out of what? Second fraction will be for 40%. 40% is nothing but 40 over 100. Okay. Now simplify this fraction, guys. 28 over question mark. Simplify 40 over 100. 40 and 100, they are divisible by, yes, they're divisible by 20. So 40 divided by 20 will give you 2. And 100 divided by 20 is going to give you 5. Now, 2 times what gives us 28? 2 times 14 gives us 28. So you do the same thing to 5. So 5 times 14 gives us 70. Okay, so the correct answer is 70. Is this problem clear to everyone now? Raise your hand, guys, if this problem is clear now. Raise your hand, give a thumbs up. Okay, getting a thumbs up. Okay, let's see. This might have shaken up the leaderboard. Okay, let's move ahead. Hasini is back with an answer streak of 3. Good job, Hasini. 3 more questions, guys. Come on. Solve problems for the whole, given a part, and the percent. Okay, I'm sorry. I by mistake clicked on the skip button. I wanted to increase the volume by my mistake. I clicked on the skip button. So apologies for that. Let's review the question. In a class, 40% of the students are girls. If there are 10 girls in the class, how many students are in the class? Okay, what is happening over here? This is a very interesting problem. 40% of the students are girls. Okay, so just write it. 40% are girls and rest are boys, right? So you can write it like this. You have girls over boys. So if girls are 40%, then boys are 60%, right? Now, some other information is given to us. If there are 10 girls in the class, there are 10 girls in the class. So this means that 40% of something is 10, right? 40% of total number of students is 10. Okay, there are some total number of students and 40% of that is 10. So you write the fraction for this. 40 over 100 equals 10 over what? This is what you want to find out, the total number of students, isn't it? Okay, so again, you'll do the same thing. Simplify this fraction, 40 over 100. So you'll get, again, 2 over 5. You will divide them by 20 and you'll get 2 over 5. And this is equal to 10 over question mark. Okay, so again, 2 times what gives you 10? 2 times 5 gives us 10. So you do the same thing to 5. So 5 times 5 gives us 25. So the total number of students here is 25. And I really apologize. I by accident click on the skip button, but I wanted to increase the volume. So my apologies for that. Okay. Now let's see what is the change in leaderboard. Now I think there won't be any change in the leaderboard. Okay. Let's see the next question then. Okay. Second last question of the session, guys. Use ratios as conversion factors. There are 12 quarts in 3 gallons. How many gallons are there in 48 quarts? Okay, 23 answers. 23 seconds to go. Here you have some conversions to be done. Gallons and quarts. Answers 3, 2, 1, and time is up. So yes, 24 of you gave the correct answer, and the correct answer is 12 gallons. Now let's look at the problem. There are 12 quarts in 3 gallons. What is the first step? Forget everything and write the ratio. So write the ratio of quarts to gallons. How many quarts do we have here? 12 quarts. How many gallons do we have? 3 gallons. Now create another ratio with the help of second statement. How many gallons are there in 48 quarts? So 48 quarts. In front of Q, write 48. And how many gallons? So put a question mark in front of G. Now, 12 times what gives us 48? 12 times 4 gives us 48. So do the same thing to 3. 3 times 4 will give you 12. So the value of G or value of question mark now is 12. So option blue is correct. Very good. Okay, let's see if there is. Okay. Now, guys, last question of the session. Okay, here it comes. Question number 20. Recognize ratios as ordered pairs. One answer already. And an arcade, the ratio of number of games to the cost of the games is 2 to 6. Which set of ordered pairs can be used to represent the relationship? The last question. Let's see what happens. 30 answers and 5 seconds to go. Okay, 24 of you got it correct. The correct option is blue option. Let's look at the question. Okay, so the question is cost of the games. The ratio of number of games to the cost of the games is 2 to 6. That means number of games to the cost is 2 to 6. Then we have to tell that which set of ordered pairs can be used to represent the relationship between number of games and the cost of the games. So if you think about it, here as well, they are asking about equivalent ratios. Okay. So in other language, they want us to find out the equivalent ratios, which ordered pair represents a ratio which will be equivalent to 2 over 6. Now again, if you simplify this 2 over 6, both these two terms, 2 and 6, are divisible by 2. If you divide 2 by 2, you're going to get 1. If you divide 6 by 2, you're going to get 3. So this means that cost of the game is 3 times the number of games. So if you look at the blue option, first one is the ratio itself, 1 is to 3. So then you have 3, 9. Now 3 times 3 gives us 9. Then 5 times 3 gives us 15. 7 times 3 gives us 21. So all these ordered pairs represent a ratio which is equivalent to 1 is to 3. Okay, now moment of truth is here, guys. Let's see who is at the top of the leaderboard. And here we go. Anagar is at number 3. Milom is at number 2. Congratulations, guys. It's a wonderful job. Okay. Very good. Guys, give all of you a round of applause. Well played. Very good. Now, I want all of you to quickly call your parents, guys. It's time to meet your parents again. I'm waiting. Call your parents. Run like you're running a marathon. Time to meet your parents again. Welcome, parents. Welcome back again. I'm going to wait for 30 more seconds and we're about to wrap up. Yes, quickly call your parents, everyone. Okay, guys, give me a thumbs up. Give me a reaction. If your parents are here, Hate's parents are here, Hasini's parents are here. Okay. Quickly call your parents, everyone. There is very exciting news that I want to share. Guys, give me a thumbs up if your parents are here. Okay. Okay, so first of all, congratulations, everyone. We have successfully revised the first domain of grade 6, which is ratio and proportion. Very good, guys. A round of applause for everyone. Now, what next? Now, see, this is a marathon, everyone. A marathon has many milestones to cover. This is just the first milestone that we have covered, and there are four more to go. Before that, what you have to do from your end, you have to do your homework. You guys will be receiving a practice worksheet. Okay, your parents will be receiving a practice worksheet. You have to practice the questions of ratio and proportion now. Okay, you have 1 week for that. And next milestone is what? Next milestone is the second domain, which is number system. So next Sunday on 18th April, same time, we are going to do number system. Okay, now that's not it. I have a very exciting news for you guys. The upcoming event. What is the upcoming event? You are going to love this one. Comics. What? Let me tell you a bit about this event. I'm sure you guys love to read comics. I used to read a lot of comics when I was a child, and I used to wish that can I create these comics? I had lots of ideas of superheroes, of pets, of interesting stories, fairy tales, and I used to wish that, oh God, how I wish I could create my own comic strip. Now here in this event, we will give you a master class. We will teach you how to create your own comic strip. Okay, how to create a comic strip, that will be taught by us. What you have to do, you have to be creative. You have to think of a story and you have to put your story in form of a comic strip. And the most creative comic, the person who creates the most creative comic gets a chance to win up to $1,000 worth of awards and scholarships. Okay, so not only you get to create your comic strip, but you also get a chance to win these amazing prizes. So this will be for the students of grades 1 to 6, tentatively in the month of June. And the best part, guys, there is no participation fees. Okay, so stay tuned, guys. Keep visiting our website, 98thpercentile.com. You'll be receiving emails as well. You can also visit our social media platforms. You'll receive information on how to register for comics. And now comes the best part. This is my best part, taking a photograph. Okay, I hope you guys also love to take photographs. So now, guys, you can make any pose that you want, a victory pose, a dab, or anything. And we're going to click a wonderful group photo. Ready? Make a pose. Make any pose. Okay. All right. I see lots of wonderful smiling faces. Very good. I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope you learned something valuable. You guys got a lot of practice on ratios. Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you found this session useful? Okay, very good. So I'll meet you guys again next Sunday. Okay, same time, and we'll learn number system. All right. Bye-bye till then, guys. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye. See you. Bye-bye.